Remember, folks, I'm just a Muppet in a chair. Don't take me seriously. Hey, what's happening, Boomerites? It's good to see you. Welcome back to the channel. I'm King Boomer, and today we are going to react to Jay Foreman, who I am discovering for the first time. First time checking out his channel, so might have to throw a subscription his way. This video pertains to why British place names are so hard to pronounce. Now, in the past 2 years, I have discovered that some of the places are hard to pronounce, but sometimes I get them right, sometimes I get them wrong. But you guys are very quick to let me know if I am right or wrong about how I say the names of the towns, the cities, and counties, and whatever else. I'm actually shocked I got Gloucestershire right on the first try. When I did the cheese rolling competition reaction video, I thought for sure I was going to get that wrong, but apparently I got it right. But then there's some of them that I did get wrong. So why not? Let's check it out, right? That's what this game is all about. Remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. And let's get a little explanation from Jay Foreman. Let's check him out. I'll also post a link to his channel below if you want to check his channel out on your own, okay? Here we go, folks.
British place names can be tricky to pronounce.
Take this place. Looks simple. But what if we told you it was pronounced Grimis?
What?
You'd be lying. It's Grimsby.
But other places can be genuinely fiddly for foreigners.
And tourists who get it wrong risk being imprisoned or killed.
In today's programme, we're going to ask why British place names are so hard to pronounce.
Is there an and coming?
No, I'm done.
Welcome to Map Men.
We're the men.
And here's the map.
Map men, map men, map men.
Okay, these guys are goofy. I already like them. Jay Foreman and Mark Cooper-Jones.
There are difficult to pronounce place names all over the world.
California has Zizix, Slovenia has Ptuj, Greenland has...
Kekertarsuit.
Even Welsh natives struggle with this one.
And tonight we can expect to see heavy showers spreading from the west into...
Oh my god, look at the length of that. Good god, Wales. What's with the how many letters is that? It looks like it's almost 30 letters, man.
Wales.
But deliberately hard to pronounce names invented for promotional purposes like Llanfai Pwllgwyn Gwrgogera Droboclantisido Gogogoch aside,
Show off.
British place names cause more trouble than most
That
because
was
they often
impressive.
look straightforward but contain nonsensical phonetic traps that are impossible to predict.
Try this one.
Go on, say it out loud, in your room or on your train.
Frome.
Ha 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 ha. Wrong, it's not fro.
Okay. I'm clicking the subscribe button right now. You got me. You guys are goofy as hell and I love it.
Frome, it should be blitheringly obvious, is pronounced Froome.
But if you did say Frome, don't worry, you're in good company. Frome is officially the most mispronounced place name in Britain, and that's according to a proper survey.
Excuse me, could you mispronounce Froome for me?
Portsmouth.
That'll do. There's nothing more fun than laughing at tourists who don't know how to say something properly simply because they're from a different country and could never reasonably be expected to have predicted a local pronunciation that contradicts the basic rules of language.
So, we've created the perfect travel agent's itinerary for maximising tourist humiliation across the country.
Starting in Biaulio,
Bewley,
head over to Rampisham,
Ransom,
then down to Mousehole.
Mousehole,
Next, travel north up to Towcester,
Toaster,
then a quick jaunt to Gotham,
Gotham,
followed by a stop in Quernmore,
Quorma,
before finishing up in Alnwick.
Alnwick, which is near Newcastle.
Or, as the people from the city itself say, Newcastle.
When will they learn? As you can hear, no letter of the English alphabet is safe from being pronounced any of dozens of different ways.
Including not at all.
Thankfully, there are some general rules you can stick to, and because we're nice, we'll help the un-British amongst you through a couple of basics.
Cester is pronounced stir.
Leicester, Worcester, Gloucester.
W at the start of the final syllable is silent.
Norwich, Berwick, Southwark.
ER is pronounced
Wait,
R.
say that
Through
again?
a
That
couple of
the
basics.
which part?
Cester is pronounced stir.
Leicester, Worcester, Gloucester.
W at the start of the final syllable is silent.
Norwich, Berwick, Southwark.
ER is pronounced R.
Berkshire, Clerkenwell, Hertfordshire.
But before you get too reassured, for every rule in the English language there are always exceptions, such as the Cester in,
Cirencester.
the W in,
Sandwich.
and the sound in.
Oh, this is disgusting.
Yeah, that could be confusing. Although I don't think this is exclusive to the British Isles, because there's a lot of towns in America where you'd be like, you know, why is that letter silent, or you know, stuff like that. So I don't think this is exclusive to the British Isles.
Oh, sorry, Berkhamsted.
which is in Hertfordshire.
The only way to be absolutely sure of pronouncing British place names correctly is to live here long enough to learn every single one of them one at a time.
Right.
Sorry.
So who were the complete anchors that invented these rules?
It's time for an English lesson.
To make an English language, you start with the base of Germanic Anglo-Saxon. Mix in a healthy dash of Old Norse, a huge dollop of Norman French, and just a barely detectable hint of Celtic. Trust me, it'll make all the difference. Stir it up for hundreds of years until the vowels really start to shift, and then English.
Excitingly, by
That
looking
didn't
at
sound
the map
good.
of Britain today, we can clearly see which invaders influenced our language where by plotting the origins of British place names. This marvellous, messy, multicoloured map shows which languages different British place names belong to, and
That's actually really cool. That's really cool. You know, there's actually there was an Al Murray bit. I think I reacted to it too, where he's talking about the Northeast and how they have town names that sound British, and he was like, job well done. But then when you go further south, they start losing their way, because yeah, when you go further south, you start getting Native American names in there and stuff like that. So yeah, we would probably have a map like this too, but I don't think it's quite as diverse as this one is.
there's a living history of our early settlers and subsequent invaders.
The oldest place names here are of Celtic origin. This is where you'll find all the place names with words like Tre, Loch, Bryn and Aber,
Such as Aberystwyth, meaning the mouth, Aber, of the River Istwyth.
which coincidentally is exactly where we find Aberystwyth today.
Celtic languages were once spoken all across the British Isles, but are now reduced to a small minority of mountain dwellers. And that's because low-lying Middle England Brits turned out to be more worse at resisting invading armies.
First up were the Romans, who brought in Britain's Latin influences.
Like the rumba.
No, like boring Latin. Anywhere that ends in castor, cester, chester, or xeter was a Roman fort, from the Latin word castra, meaning Roman fort.
That's actually really cool. There's tons of, some of the major cities of Europe started as Roman forts. But I didn't know it was that many cities, and if that's correct. Sometimes I watch videos and you guys are like, this isn't completely accurate. But that was a lot
Britain's Latin influences.
Like the rumba.
No, like boring Latin.
of Roman forts.
Anywhere
Look at that. That's a lot of Roman forts. That's like 20 at least, it looks like.
Ends in castor, cester, chester, or xeter was a Roman fort, from the Latin word castra, meaning Roman fort.
But the Romans didn't stay long, so although their naming system was long-lasting, the actual names they used weren't, which is perhaps unsurprising when we learn they used names like Castra Exploratorum and Belgic Oppidum.
Yeah. Was it in London what used to be called Londinium? Didn't it? Which is, yeah.
Which was sensibly
I think.
renamed Braintree.
Next, in light pink, we have the biggest group, Germanic Anglo-Saxon.
Any place containing the words Ham, Hurst, Lee, Bury, Ford, Port, Mere, Stead, Tunstall, Wick, Witch, or Mere are of good old Anglo-Saxon origin and massively dominate southern England.
Like Buckingham.
Or a low-lying area of land belonging to an Anglo-Saxon called Bucca.
Perhaps the most upheavaling thing to happen to Britain's place names was the Vikings, who swept in from Scandinavia in the 9th century, committing brutal crimes
They sure
including
did.
rape, pillage, and the renaming of small to medium-sized settlements.
You can tell a place was named by the Vikings if it ends in Thwaite, Thorpe, Kirk, or B.
Such as our old friend Grimsby. Named after an important Viking called Grim, famed for his infectious positive energy, Grimsby literally means Grim's village.
We're all familiar with these common settlement suffixes, but what's so striking is how clearly this map of Viking place names reflects the extent of the Viking invasions. You can practically see the exact location of the Danelaw dividing Viking and Anglo-Saxon England without needing to draw upon with.
Yes.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were recording.
It's okay. Come on in.
I look crazy. Hi.
How's she doing?
She's doing great. She drank the whole bottle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. She full.
That's what she does when she's full.
Yeah.
If you're a parent, you probably already know that.
Babies make crazy noises.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Especially this one.
And I
Although maybe they all do. This is our first. We're
but yeah,
figuring
she
this
definitely
out.
makes crazy noises.
Yeah. Well, Jane's happy to see you.
Are you happy? Yay, we're all happy. And sleep deprived.
Just don't jump.
Yay!
Jane loves this baby.
Yeah, she does.
Although I think she's a little too
Gentle
excited.
sniffs.
Yeah.
Gentle
Sniffs.
Alright, I'll let you get to it.
Okay.
Love you.
Queen Boomer, ladies and gentlemen, and Princess Boomer. Love you too. All right, let's get back to it. Rewind this a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
So striking is how clearly this map of Viking place names reflects the extent of the Viking invasions. You can practically see the exact location of the Danelaw dividing Viking and Anglo-Saxon England without needing to draw it on with thick red pen.
Yeah.
Following all these invasions, Britain was littered with place names that originated in different languages and accents. But the final thing that would make its place names truly unpronounceable was time.
Over hundreds of years, locals who were too busy to pronounce all the syllables in Cester reduced it to stir to save time.
Worcester.
But they couldn't read or write, so the spelling stayed the same.
And while the English language has continued to gradually evolve, our place names haven't, resulting in a language landscape littered with phonetic booby traps.
But what about
Wales
Froome?
in general.
Which linguistic group is responsible for Britain's so-called hardest place name?
Unusually for a place name in England, Froome is from a surviving Celtic word, frama, which means fair, fine or brisk, probably describing the flow of its lovely river.
It's not really surprising that the oldest language in these islands is the one that's drifted the furthest from pronounceability.
So don't forget to join us for the next episode of Map Men.
Is that the end of your sentence?
Yeah, I'm done.
Golly darn tootin' gee whiz, hot diggity woo!
You know, when people make fun of Americans, that's probably my favorite, when they pretend they're a cowboy. It's the funniest to me. I don't know why. There's all sorts of funny ways to make fun of Americans, but doing the cowboy impersonation is goddamn funny every goddamn time, I'll tell you that. Kick you right in the keister.
What are you doing?
I'm putting on an American accent to fool my computer into thinking I'm in America. Yippee-ki-wee, buckaroo!
Why are you doing that?
Because I want to watch all my favourite programmes on Netflix.
But you've already got Netflix.
Yes, but American Netflix has programmes that we don't get on UK Netflix, including, curiously, some British programmes. So that's why I'm doing this really convincing accent so that my computer will let me access all the content I want. Zippity-doo-dah, gosh darn it, yeehaw!
Suit yourself.
Hey, wait, aren't you going to tell me that's a really silly thing to do, and instead I should use Surfshark?
That's true. Netflix has shows that you guys have that we don't get that I want to watch.
Oh, we're doing an advert. Surfshark is an app and browser extension that lets you place
Is
your
it?
laptop or phone anywhere in the world, so you can access content that you may not usually be able to see in your country, such as, for example,
Another
shows on US
VPN ad.
Netflix. that you
Okay,
don't get
so
if you
that's
click
pretty
the
much
link
it,
in the
right?
description.
Okay. It's a good video. Jay Foreman, I am now subscribed to you. These two guys were goofy. There were parts that made me laugh. And this is actually a very informative video. And it was made very fun by these two blokes. So this was an easy sub from me. So you guys, I'll put the link for Jay Foreman's channel in the description below this video so you can check it out. But it was very interesting. Yeah, I guess the waves of invasions and migrations and things it always has an influence on the language. Even here in the States, if you drive around the South, the names of the towns and the cities are going to be much different than the Mid-Atlantic or the Northeast. And out west, the towns are going to be different from everywhere else in the United States. So, but I think in terms of the effect that different cultures and languages had on the collective English language when it comes to towns over there, it's much more diverse than it is here. So yeah, very interesting video. I liked it a lot. So yeah, hop on over to Jay Foreman's channel if you liked what you saw from his video. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want, and I'll see you next time for some interesting stuff. And post comments below to let me know about some stuff that maybe you feel compelled that I need to know. So just let me know. God, I can't even talk anymore. I got dad brain, so sorry about that. it's just going to get worse and worse with me. So in the future, be on the lookout for myself saying things that don't make any sense whatsoever, which I've already done on the channel, but it's going to happen a lot more often now. Anyway, tell somebody you love them today. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time, Boomerites.